They stop him for no reason. They search him without permission, and somehow charges appeared out of thin air. This is the story of Marcus Hale, a warehouse worker driving home after a long shift, who ended up facing for criminal charges he didn't commit until one piece of footage exposed everything. Marcus worked 2 jobs to support his mother and younger sister. Calm, soft-spoken, and known for never missing a shift. On this night, he had worked 14 hours straight. He drove home in the same old sedan he'd had since high school. Radio off, windows cracked. Just trying to stay awake. He didn't know it yet, but a police cruiser had been trailing him for 3 blocks. And everything that followed would change his life. 11:37 p.m. Blue lights flash in his mirror. Marcus pulls over immediately. He wasn't speeding, wasn't swerving. He'd done nothing wrong. But when the officer approached his window, the tone was hostile from the start. License and registration. Step out of the vehicle. To commands at once. Marcus tries to stay calm. He steps out with his hands visible. The officer tells him he was driving erratically and swerving across lanes. But dashcam later proved he didn't swerve once without asking permission. The officer begins searching Marcus's vehicle. Glove compartment yanked open, seats pulled apart, trunk emptied onto the street. Marcus asks what he's being stopped for. The officer responds by tightening his grip on the holster. Backup arrives. 3 cruisers, 6 officers. For a man who did nothing. One officer leans into his ear and says, "Confess now, and this will go easier." "Confess to what?" Marcus replied. That wasn't clear. Until the moment they found it suddenly. The officer pulls out a small Ziploc bag containing pills. He holds it up like a trophy. Marcus is stunned. He's never touched drugs in his life. The officer smirks, possession with intent to distribute. In less than 15 minutes, Marcus goes from exhausted worker to drug suspect with 4 charges: drug possession, intent to distribute, resisting, reckless driving. All lies, all fabricated. He spends 2 nights in jail, loses his 2nd job, and worst of all, he starts to believe he won't survive this. Marcus's public defender requests the dashcam footage. At first, the police can't locate it. Then they say it's corrupted. But after a judge orders it, the truth finally emerges. Frame by frame, the footage shows the officer holding the pill bag. Before he begins the search, he plants it under the driver's seat, then discovers it theatrically. Everything Marcus feared was true. The stop was illegal. The search was illegal. And the evidence was manufactured. The charges were dropped immediately. Marcus walked out a free man, but not the sane man. An internal investigation began. The officer resigned before he could be fired. Marcus filed a civil lawsuit and won. He never wanted attention. He never wanted a fight. He just wanted the truth. And in the end, the truth was stronger than the lie. Marcus was lucky. But how many people never get footage? Never get justice? Never get believed? And the real question is,